This presentation is about stages of human development and church education. It is adapted from the writings of Erik Erikson, and I'm Bert Bronius. Erik Erikson was a psychologist who identified 8 stages through which persons should successfully pass for healthy development. Each stage includes a crisis, which when resolved, provides a foundation for the next stage. While Erikson is not considered a Christian writer, many areas of his work contribute to Christian perspectives on human development. Understanding Erikson's stages can help educators meet the needs of learners in the psychological, social, and spiritual areas of life. The stages include themes such as trust, shame, doubt, guilt, inferiority, identity, and despair. This presentation briefly defines each stage, gives suggestions for church-related responses, and identifies resources for further study. Following is a description of each stage. The first stage is trust versus mistrust, or infancy. Infants learn to trust or mistrust their surroundings and their caregivers based on whether or not their needs are caringly and consistently met. Erikson identifies the importance of the role of a nurturing parent figure at this stage. One implication is for church nurseries to serve as expressions of warm, safe, and caring environments. Next, autonomy versus shame and doubt, or early childhood. Children develop autonomy as they start asserting their independence. Feelings of shame and doubt emerge when they are held back or discouraged. At this stage, teachers and leaders in children's ministry should focus on learning activities that provide opportunities for successful guided play and affirm children for their efforts and their accomplishments. Initiative versus guilt, the preschool years. Children begin taking responsibility for their own actions and develop a sense of initiative. But if they feel that what they are doing is consistently wrong or meets constant disapproval, they feel guilty. Here, opportunities may be provided for creative play and self-expression. This can be through imagining activities, through music such as children's songs, through art, playing with blocks, and other objects. Industry versus inferiority, the elementary school ages. Children develop a sense of competence as they master new skills and tasks, but they feel inferior if they're unable to do so. This stage opens opportunities for developing skills and competencies. Children are ready for increased social activities through clubs, groups, and classes, as well as participating in sports, music groups, and projects. Identity versus role confusion, or adolescence or teenage years. Adolescents develop a sense of identity by exploring different roles and possibilities, but may experience confusion if they're unable to find a stable sense of self. Identity exploration is a key theme for this age group. Learning can be through the exploration of personal interests, such as sports, music, and academics, through positive role models, youth groups, and sensitivity to emerging gifts, abilities, and career directions. Intimacy versus isolation. This is young adulthood. Young adults seek close relationships with others and develop a capacity for committed and loving connections. They may feel lonely and isolated if they're unable to establish meaningful ties. Individuals at this stage benefit from networking with peers, from participation in small groups, and involvement in service projects. For some, guidance may be helpful in building healthy relationships and setting boundaries. Generativity versus stagnation. This is middle adulthood. Healthy middle-aged adults hope to contribute to society and future generations through work, family, church, and community involvement. They may feel stagnant and unfulfilled if they do not. This period of adulthood may be thought of as the backbone of church service. Emphasis is on spiritual service, identifying and using one's abilities and spiritual gifts, and leadership development. Integrity versus despair, or later adulthood. Older adults reflect on their lives and feel a sense of integrity if they believe that they have lived meaningful and worthwhile lives. They may develop a sense of despair if they feel that they have not. For those in this stage of their journeys, life review activities can assist them in identifying accomplishments and leaving a positive legacy. This could be such activities as story writing, journaling, or mentoring. Many also benefit from church and community involvement as volunteers. Understanding or being familiar with Erikson's stages can help Christian educators identify age-appropriate curriculum content and strategies. Related theological topics include trust, being created in God's image, vocation, grace, forgiveness, discipleship, community, belonging, stewardship, hope, and eternal life. This presentation has provided a summary of Erik Erikson's stages of development. It has linked some of the stages with educational and theological implications. These suggestions are with the hope that teachers will plan educational strategies with sensitivity and respect for the developmental stages of their learners. May God bless you as an educator, that you make an impact on the lives of your learners at whatever stage they may be. The last and following slide gives some suggested resources to take you in your studies on this topic a little further.